Everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so I am trying to make some maggots for my fish to actually feed. This is a cultured fish food, something that I spoke to you about in the last video, and let's go as to how I actually do this. Alright, so the first thing I did, I got some meat cuttings, and I must tell you guys, it smells really stink. Right, I put it into a container. I place it open so as to allow flies to actually fit in and actually lay their eggs. What I'm going to be doing, it has been out here for a while. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be placing it into a bag, so that when the maggots start to form and they start to crawl out, they don't crawl out and go all over the place, but they are in the bag. Right, maggots don't last long. So as soon as they start forming, I'm going to have to make use of them as quick as possible. So this is just one of the steps in which I use so as to make maggots for my fish food. It's important to note that I'm on the top of my house top. It's very stink. I can't leave it out into the yard, because if I leave it out into the yard, what will happen is that wild animals might come and try to go into it, right? So it is in an area where in which it's out of the reach of dogs and cats and any other wild animal that might peruse the yard in search of food. So it's there, it's in the bag, and it shall stay here for probably about 4 or 5 days, and I'll check on it, and each time I check on it, I'll share with you what I've actually found, right? But for now, this is how it is. The stench is kind of rising, and we shall see what we shall see in coming days. After about day 4, day 3, yeah, this is what it looks like so far. If you look good, you'll see some small white worms. Actually, yeah, it's very stink, guys. See some small white worms on the meat cuttings. I'll just wait until they get a little bit larger, then I will attempt to feed the fish with it. Right, it's on my house top. Nobody's actually smelling it because it's on the house top. The air blowing it away, and it's actually being cultured, right? And you feed these white worms to your fish. Look good, you see them. So after about 7-8 days on the top of my house top, smell very stink. The cuttings of the fat of the chicken is you're actually seeing the maggots within. Yeah, these are maggots here, right? And I can just use them. Yeah, all of this maggots can be used to feed your fish. Alright, so I'm trying to get a few so as to show you them up close and personal. Right, this is an example of the maggots, right? So I'm gonna show you using probably about 2 or 3 to feed my convict cichlid, and that will be the end of the story. Alright, yeah, as I said before, very good to give to your fish, very rude awakening in smell, but too much of it will actually have your fish getting sick after a while. Alright, so these are they. Alright, maggots are really what you call fly larvae, a form of fly larvae. It depends on the type of fly. You have the different type of larvae, right? And it depends on the size of the fish that you have. You can actually extract the maggots at different stage of their development and feed to your fish. So if you have a big fish, you can actually use the bigger size. That means you're going to allow it to actually mature to a size that's a little bit larger than the rest, right? Okay. I'm just trying to get a little more, some more to show you. Right. Okay. If you want, you can rinse it. Yeah, you can rinse the maggot a little bit if you want. And these are what I have so far. And I'm going to be feeding my fish with it. So I'm going to go in downstairs and I'm going to continue to work. Press the video button. So these are the maggots in the container. And I am going to be feeding my... Guys, it's really smelling stink. I'm going to be feeding my convict cichlid these maggots. Let's see how they fare out. So I don't know if you got that, but my son is like jumping around as if, you know, he's afraid of the scent. It's very stink, guys. But my convict cichlid did love the maggots for lunch. And this is a way in which you can use to feed your fish. It's really disgusting. It stinks, right? See, there's a few more that's floating. I guess they start move after a while. As soon as they start move, the convict cichlid actually hold them, right? But if they are not moving, the convict cichlid will not eat them, right? So it's scrumptious meal for them to have. And if you have the time, space, and you can endure the smell, you can actually try maggots for lunch for your fish. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye for now.